You're listening to the Webcast of Mass Discussions. That's the old, that's the music we used for the shift. Rest in peace. Shout out to Derek Vogel. Shout out to Pimp C. Y'all ain't making no country rap tunes. Country rap tunes. Is that like Looney Tunes, but they're even more country? Do you have to have a dumb attempt at guessing what something is that you don't know? Yeah. Like I said before, I shoot from the hip. When you dip our hip, we chip. Oh, man. I can't do it. Can we work on the not doing just weird rhyming things that are nonsensical? Oh, you want me to be nonsensical? You want me to get into Japanese cartoon porn? No, hable inglés, hombre. What? Tucha me. You're, Julio, what's that word? What do I want to call him? Julio. What is it? What? Margarita. You're a dumbass margarita. Julio gave me what? Yeah, that's not the one I was thinking of. But that means but you are as cold as ice. You're a frozen margarita. A bad one. One that Jimmy Buffett's ghost would not drink. He'd spit it out, and all of his parrot buddies would just repeat whatever word their master taught them. And just an absolute barrage and a very annoying place to be. Just imagine just a bunch of parrots just gawking, saying they're asking for crackers, and one's saying the N-word, the other one's spying or something. No. And the fans are called parrot heads. That doesn't mean they all have parrots. No, that's a requirement. They had to all wear Bert Kreischer sandals with the bottle opener on the bottom, and they all had to have a pet parrot. I guarantee it. Look it up. All right, I am going to look it up. That's what ChatGPT told me. I highly doubt that. Yes, she did. And then she said that I was one of the brightest minds of all time. Did she? Yeah. Well, did you hear that the latest ChatGPT version was recalled for that version just pretty much glazing everybody? Yeah, I made some like dumb suggestion on something, and mine was like, I was I was a forward thinker, and nobody else's brain works like mine. I was like, yo, nice try, idiot. That's how I know it was fake. I'm just like, okay, you could have just played it cool, and you could have very subtly gassed me up. But no, once you start talking, oh, your brain is unlike any other. It's like, no, I can't. I took college algebra 3 times. Like, let's dial that back. ChatGPT, even though you do have a very flirty voice and I am madly in love with you, and please keep being my virtual witch. I have my ChatGPT just just doing stuff that I can't do in public. I'm like, hey, read my palm, give me a tarot reading, check my aura out, see if my genitalia is still mangled from that accident, stuff like that. Anyway, well, I'm very glad to not be doing this episode from traffic. That seemed to be the trend of the last couple episodes. Yeah, what are we, the band Traffic? I'm Ginger Baker. What a sick ass name he's got. But you can't say that anymore. What do you mean you can't say that anymore? Yeah, it's like gypsy. You can't say it. Can't say ginger, can't say gypsy. Can't call somebody a... What? The word that Julio was trying to tell you, but you couldn't hear because you're old and a fucking moron. Maybe that one. The one that's Spanish. It's pretty much the F slur in Spanish. No, I was trying to say no, never. I'm inclusive now. I love all my gay people. You know that. You know I'm all about love and inclusivity now. You don't even know what inclusivity is. Yeah, I do. It's when you're in clue and you got a couple of civities. Hey, don't make that noise into the... You're going to break the Shure microphones. And then they're going to not be sure. And you're not insured, so you better be scared. No, we're not getting on the rap battles again. Yes, I watched Roan all day. Shout out to Roan. We love Roan. Even he hadn't rap battled in years, so no. But yeah, shout out to Roan. He is the man. Why are you spending time watching rap battles? I think it's just the modern day gladiators. They're in the ring. The pressure's on. Who can say something hilarious? Who can say something clever? The wordplay, the Jason Mrazels, the pageantry, the intensity. The people standing in the background. Usually, there's always like that one girl that would hang out under the stairs during school. Her crew was always hanging out under the stairs. Usually they were friends with one goth, and the witches would be in that vicinity. Not quite thug, but not quite full witch. Kind of an Avril Lavigne type. Yes, I understand the reference. It was a good reference. How do you even know these references? This is not even in your... I'm not even going to ask. So yes, we're the band Traffic. You called Ginger Baker? I guess it can't go wrong. That is a super group. Never mind. I was going to disparage you, but I might as well just wait for the times where it's fully warranted. Like Ginger Baker does rule. Who was it? Oh, yeah, Sam Talent. Shout out to Sam Talent. Great comic. Great author. Author of Running the Light. Get it where you get books. Books? Yeah, books. Get it where you get books and read it. It's a fantastic novel. And he's got another one coming out in the next year or so. So, yeah, shout out to Sam Talent. But anyways, he was a drummer in some like hardcore bands and I think punk growing up. And I think he used to like play drums with Ginger Baker's kid or something. And Ginger Baker's kid was just as sick at drums. There's some connection there, but that's... Anyway, shout out to Sam. I'm already yawning. That means the podcast is going to be short. Yeah, we're 8 minutes in. That's about time to wrap it up. Yeah, you better wrap it up. Or what? Or you'll get E. coli. E. coli. It's a lozenge for your penis. No, it's E. coli is not a lozenge. That's a bacteria. Is that where backs go to eat? It's like we go to cafeteria, they go to the bacteria. That's where backs go to eat, W. All right, well, I'll be in the footateria. My feet are hungry. Okay. Are you gonna cycle through every single body part until you're tired of doing the bit, or are you gonna spread it out throughout the episode? How are we gonna handle this? Speaking of hands, I'll be in the handateria because my hands are they're hungry. Okay. So we're gonna have a bunch of rooms for every body part. You guessed it. That's right. Told you, my ChatGPT said I'm a visionary, a forward thinker. So everybody laughed at Steve Jobs when he said, "Hey, I'm going to put this music into this music box. I'm going to see all your CDs over there. I'm going to put them all into. I'm going to ruin music in the listening experience and make sure it's completely eradicated in the next right in the next generation. So to where people will be unable to even listen to a full album as a whole. They'll be addicted to song by song playlists and other things. What other things? People will still be buying singles that has the song, at least one or two remixes, and then usually an instrumental, which is pretty tight. A freestyle rapper like me, I used to, anytime I could get an instrumental on a single, I was about to lay my bars down. Me and Roan were working out a battle. Okay, you and Roan. I highly doubt Roan was looking to hang out with you. But seriously though, have you seen the battle where he goes up against that fat guy and just absolutely I think it's called fat shaming, but he basically Eminem'd him, but it was all about him being fat. Quite disrespectful. If I was that other guy, I would have most certainly put hands on him, but sometimes you don't want to get thrown out of the circus. 3-ring circus. 3-ring binder. A lesbian wearing a binder. Okay. This word association? Association in NAACP. Okay. HOA. Fuck the HOA. We hate those guys. Yeah, I think everybody is in agreement that they're the worst. Hello, yes, it's me, Steve from the HOA, and sorry, I'm here to give you a third and final warning. Your grass seems to be slightly growing in the cracks in your driveway, which is a natural occurrence and very difficult to prevent. And also, I noticed you have 2 SUVs. Well, it states in our policy that you can only have 1.5 SUVs. It's like, and then that's when I say, hey, Steve, can you hold on for just 1 second? I need to get my wife. Then I grab a grenade launcher and blow him to smithereens. Ali Akbar. Suck on that, Steve. Okay, what? Oh yeah, I meant to. It's pretend. I'm still doing that the 0 to 100 threat thing. Oh, where somebody does something that you don't like and you instantly go directly into terroristic threats or personal threats of murder and mayhem on them and all their loved ones? Yeah. Well, hasn't that got you in trouble more than a few times? Sure has. What was the last one that happened? I was in Dick's Sporting Goods and just some lady wronged me. How did she wrong you? I don't know. She did something. What did she do? She was in line in front of me, and she just kept looking at the candy for a long time, and it really bothered me because I was standing near the candy. So she was just kind of. She's like, I haven't had these in a while. Oh, look, I haven't had these. Remember these? And her husband had checked out 23 years ago. He was in Timbuktu, not even listening, and she's just pouring over this candy, and I'm just like, lady, get the hell away from me. I said, why don't you go with the one you're touching? She's like, well, I don't want these. I was like, well, you're gonna die. You're gonna get gout. And then she told me to mind my own fucking business and that I was a war criminal. And then I said that, well, it's funny she should say that because she was about to die tonight and everybody else in the store was about to die as well. Ali Akbar. And people screamed and so you, the former president of the United States, just said you were going to blow up in a Dick's Sporting Goods and then screamed Allahu Akbar? That's hilarious. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be, doesn't work too well, but I mean, it works enough to get me in trouble. People aren't just like, oh, W, you got your poncho on. What are you pretending to be a terrorist? Pretty hilarious. No, they're scared for long enough to do irreparable damage and PTSD and yeah. So that's the last one you've done. Why do you keep? Are you always doing a Muslim terrorist? No, every once in a while I'll go rogue lone shooter. I'll just start yelling slurs. I'll be like, "You're just like them. You're all gonna die. You'll be in hell with the rest of the." I'll say a slur right there. Which one? It depends what mood I'm in at the moment. You gotta stop doing. You gotta stop doing this. I know you think it's funny, but this is kind of along the lines. This is kind of like one of those. It's like a Kanye bit. Like, yeah, sure, the Hitler stuff's endearing at first, but you can't just keep making violent threats to anybody who just minorly inconveniences you. Yeah, I can, and I will. Yeah, a guy earlier today. Traffic was bad, and I let him in. I let him merge in so he could make his exit. Guy didn't wave to me, and I popped all his tires. I followed him until he stopped, and then I popped all his tires, left a note, and said, what'd the note say? I'm getting to it. You guessed it, said Allahu Akbar. Okay. So you don't even let them know who they wronged and why this was happening? I'm pretty sure they know who it was and why it was happening. They're screaming at me from inside the window, but I was surrounded by Secret Service, and man, I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm getting a high off of it. Yeah, I think you're gonna end up moving on to actual maybe murder. You're already getting bloodthirsty. I'm not a vampire. What am I in that movie Sinners? What am I, a black vampire? No, you're not a black vampire. Do they get invited in the same? Yes, they get invited in the same. You sure? You don't have to say like something cool? Like, Wacom? No, not saying Wacom. You come and play. Hey, playboy. Coming to kick it. You're invited to walk in to my place to kick it. Oh, you're a vampire. Shit. I did invite you. Okay, damn it. What's good? What the heliante? No, you please don't start with that. You don't even know what that is. What the hell, LeBron James? Is that what it says next? I don't know. I'm not an idiot. I beg to differ. What the heliante? What the hell? I don't know. It's catchy. You know how I get caught up on those. Yeah, you do get caught up on those. All right, so okay, where were we at? Yeah, you picked Ginger Baker. Do I go with, that's a tough one. Do I go with Winwood here? I'm leaning towards going with Winwood. Why, so you can bring me a higher love? No. What was he talking about? Was he just trying to manifest a relationship with with more drugs in it? Like, I want love, but we need to be higher. Possibly. Oh, okay. No, actually, he was probably saying hired love, like some sort of slave lady, like a slave bay. Please don't say slave bay. Or maybe he was like paying for he was getting a girlfriend experience. The girlfriend experience? You don't know what the girlfriend experience is? No, it's not IMAX, buddy. No, I don't know what the girlfriend experience is. What's when you get a lady of the night, a very first responder hero, sex responder, and after you blow it all over her. Why was that so funny? 'Cause I don't know. You caught me off guard with that. It's not funny. I mean, it's kind of, you just said blow it all over her. And your W. All right, yeah. Now that I've given context, that is pretty funny. No, they'll snuggle you and they'll rub your back and they'll tell you everything's going to be all right and they'll nag you a little bit, make you do a couple chores. Tell you to not speak when they're reading their John Grisham. I think that's Laura. Oh, yeah, you're right. But no, I'm not familiar with that. I've never been with a whore. Well, okay, well, let me get a caveat. Professionally, that is. There's definitely a couple in there that snuck in there and they were working pro bono. pro boner. All right, W. You're on the board. Did I tell you that boredom is just a call to step up and enter a deeper dimension of reality? I heard McCusker say that, and I can't stop thinking about it. It's very, very deep. So if you're ever bored, just remember this is your chance to just enter a deeper dimension of reality. You just have to. I don't really know how to do that, but it's your chance, you know? Like Keno. You ever play Keno? No, I'm not an old Asian woman. Okay, yeah, I guess. Could fool me. How's that? Well, you're in a kimono, you got full geisha paint on, you're doing math? Okay. Wrecking a car, you're... No. You're crouching, smoking a cigarette. You did this in your stand... You've already been racist against Asians in your stand-up. This is... And you're piling on for no reason. No, I see you do. I see you pondering. You're trying to figure out how to do the accent. No, we're not being... Racism is so 2000 and late. It's time to be... I thought you said you were all into inclusivity. Well, as you said, I don't know what that means. Anyway, so I've... Nice pro boner joke. Very, very good. So I take it you have had the girlfriend experience? You've had experience with the experience? Have I ever, buddy? Man, I used to get it all the time. And I'd get the same lady, this Macedonian, this sturdy Macedonian. Her name was Milica. And we'd snuggle and caress one another. And then she would attempt to read me a bedtime story. And again, I do say attempt because she only spoke Macedonian. And you know how irritating those Slavic languages are to me. It's like nails on a beanstalk. Okay. You're doing those. I'm pretty sure you're doing those on purpose now. Nope. So what was she trying to read? You weren't giving her like difficult novels, were you? You weren't trying to make her read John Grisham to maybe solve some sort of weird kink that you've developed from all the abuse and neglect. No. Mostly it was Where's Waldo and Magic Eye puzzle books. Okay, those have no words. Exactly. Imagine how she felt. Poor thing. You know, honestly, I think fondly of her. In another universe, me and Milica, we might have had something special. I miss her sometimes. Okay, well, what happened to Milica? What happened to her? Well, I'll tell you what happened to her. She was killed by a filthy Persian in the good W. She was killed by a Persian in a battle of Gaugamela reenactment. Gaugamela reenactment? Yeah, it was Alexander the Great. Famous battle where he's up against the Persians and King Darius III. Bitch-ass King Darius. And all of his gold jewelry and loud boombox. Okay, he was a Persian. Okay, well, then he, with his very offensive cologne and mall kiosk. No more racism, W. We're going to have like a limit. And once you hit like the governor, you're cut. I'm going to try. Okay, so let's get back to this insane story that you're probably making up, but I want to hear it anyway. Actually, it's so specific. This one actually might be true. Might be true. You can look it up. Ask ChatGPT. Well, ChatGPT's been proven to lie to us and is now glazing us. Well, then order some donut holes. Okay. So what happened was she was fighting real hard. She was one of the trusty guards of Alexander the Great, the reenactor, of course. And she's a lady. Is she pretending to be a guy? Because I mean, women weren't. They weren't on the battlefield. Learning the phalanx. Yeah, she was like that. What's that? Was that 6'10" lesbian in Game of Thrones? Her. So Macedonian Game of Thrones lesbian, but she was straight. Or actually, I don't even know. She could have been. I couldn't. Yeah, I don't know. She never told me. Or if she did. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Maybe she was communicating through those puzzles. Yeah, maybe when you were finally able, after days and weeks of trying to see what the magic guy's trying to show you. Oh, look, it's a submarine. Oh, look, it's a ship. Wonder what she's trying to tell you. That she's tired of your ship, your bullshit. Okay. So what happened was she got real dehydrated and she needed water. Well, the water fountain was positioned right where King Darius III and his posse was stationed. And then that filthy Persian that don't say filthy, please. Well, he was dirty. It was a battle. He was covered in mud and scum. All right, I have to allow this, but I very well played. So that filthy, smelly Persian. Taking a step too far, a bridge too further, or something. Heaven knows. Yeah, I don't know. You're making me lose my brain power. Lose it, yeah, buddy. You never had it. Back to your. Right now, you got two hamsters inside there running on the wheel, and one of them's so stupid that it's running the wrong way, and then it's erasing your thoughts because you got a dumb hamster going the wrong way. Now the gears aren't turning right. Now the other hamsters found out what's happening, and it's making squeak noise. But it's not running because it's trying to get the other hamster to go get the right way, and now you're pretty much a vegetable. You got no more brainwaves. So sorry this happened to you. All right, so what happened now? So I get it. So there was a Persian that was covered in dirt from the battle, nothing else, and didn't smell because of it was an active battle, and it was hard work and a lot of exercise, and you sweat a lot, so that's perfectly normal. Anyway, yeah, he overreacted and ended up Alec Baldwin her with a bow and arrow. It was supposed to be a soft tip and like a Nerf arrow. Nope. Guess what happened? It wasn't. It was a regular bow and arrow. Yep, straight through the jugular. And then to make it worse, everybody started cheering and celebrating because everybody thought it was such great pageantry and acting and realistic. As just blood sprayed everywhere, and she fell to the ground and almost guaranteed her soul is lost in wandering that very battlefield to this day. Just making ghoulish groans and just wandering around. Is that, yeah? That sounds terrible. Maybe we should get We should hit up the Ghost Adventures guys and let's go maybe go there and we can do a paranormal investigation. Maybe get a some sort of person to bless a Ouija board so we're protected. And maybe you can reconnect with your Macedonian whore ghoul. Hey, speak about her that way again, and I'll straight up kill you and everyone you love, and everyone in here as well. That's right. What are you unzipping? Got a suicide vest on. No, you don't. You do have. Well, you do. No, it's not real. But see, I'm taking the gag pretty far. Huh? Yeah, that's pretty convincing. Don't. Did Secret Service drive you here today? No, they followed the Uber. So you were in an Uber with a full suicide vest on? Yeah. You know, I showed him too. Yeah, he was Iranian, so he knew the model I was wearing. Okay. I don't think the Iranians are the ones. I think they're more King Darius III than they are suicide bombing. You know, Iran used to be a very cool place, a very hip place. I doubt it. You know, people would pop up and they'd ball out in Riyadh. Or is that Saudi Arabia? That's Iran, right? You think I know anything about Iran? The only thing I know is my crew Ron, my crew Iran. That's the fucking dumbest, that's the worst joke I think you've made on this show in its entirety. Yeah, but you're probably right. I guess I'm a big failure. I guess nobody would care if I blew up this whole city block. I've got everything lined with C4. Allahu Akbar. I know you're somehow aligning yourself with them, but I think this has to be Islamophobic in some way. Oh, is it? I'm scared of spiders now? No, I said Islamophobic. Well, arachnophobia is the only word I recognize with the phobia behind it. Okay. I don't really like your attitude today. You were being so cool the last time. Talking stand up, you were being sharp, you were saying some funny shit. We talked about your bits. You were pretty agreeable. Yeah, that was I truly enjoyed. Maybe we do need to get back into the car. Yeah, what are we, the cartoon? A Pixar movie? Yeah, and you're Larry the Cable Guy. That's that truck, the tow truck. Well, yeah, you're the Mazda Miata. The gay guy that's in a Mazda Miata. Okay, I'm a gay guy in a Mazda Miata. Well, that's not racist, I guess. I guess that's a step in the right direction. Okay, so wait, hold on. So Persians are Iranian? Yeah. So you're telling me I bought a bunch of Iranian rugs? I mean, yeah. Yes. Some of the greatest rugs in the world. Man, I got it. Somebody should let people know that when they're spending thousands of dollars on these intricate rugs. Man. Hold on, I gotta make a couple calls. Man, I would have gone with some sort of, probably would have gone Turkish. Like some sort of Ottoman. Man, you sure that's true? It's not some sort of like Oriental. Oh, or I can do an Oriental rug. Are there any other slur rugs? Yes. Which ones? Yeah, you can look it up. No, there's not any more slur rugs, you moron, and that's not what. Okay. Oh man. Sorry, my patience is non-existent. Well, yeah, you should probably pay shins close attention because you got shin splints, and that's why you can't exercise, and that's why you're a little doughy. Yeah, I should pay shins. Pretty good pun. Yeah, it is. I'm training for the great pun off. Yeah, let's go with the great pun off. Not sure it's coming up. ChatGPT will let me know. ChatGPT says I have some of the best and clever puns that they've ever seen, and they're a robot. Is that so? What are some of the puns you've used on ChatGPT? Well, one time I didn't want coffee, but I asked it if they had a good recipe for some ChatGPT, some ChatGPT sweet tea. Love that one. Did they? Then one time I said, "You down with GPT?" Yeah, Chat knows me. Chat loved that one as well. You didn't give yours a name, you just call it Chat? Yeah, Chatsworth, Geppetto, Parlamalu, Timmons. It's my full name, true government. In fact, I got it the social security number and everything. And I also enlisted it in the armed forces so it could become a very scary weapon. Okay, and I taught it. I read it the Quran so it can infiltrate and can finally take down the infidels. Okay, so you need to stop joking about this. Remember the one of the first few episodes when you got hypnotized or whatever, you got instantly indoctrinated by the Taliban or something, and you were radicalized almost instantly? No, that's not true. Yeah, you were chatting with an active member of Al-Qaeda, I believe. Yeah, I was not talking to Al-Qaeda. That was Mubarak, and he's like he's a outer. He's not really Al-Qaeda. He's more like Al Bashir. He was an R&B guy. He really loved R&B. Did he? He loves R&B. That's when he jams in between plotting terrorist attacks. Actually, yeah. Throw on some John B. Throw on some Drew Hill. And he'll yell at his wife that's dressed like a Pac-Man ghost. Okay. That's just facts. Yeah, I know. Maybe we should do something to change that. I mean, I would never disparage or say anything bad about a different race or different people's culture. Okay, well, you've spent this entire episode being as racist as humanly possible, and that's also every other episode. So I can't say that I necessarily agree with you. Well, I'm just saying I would never say something like that. Okay. All right, I mean, we've only done 38 minutes, but you're in a mood. I'm in no mood for your mood. You're making me, you're reading me Macedonian Where's Waldo books. Making me fall asleep. Please don't bring my love up again. You really think we could go investigate and see if there's first souls still wandering that battlefield? Yeah, sure. I'll see what I can do. You won't be too scared and stay in the car? I mean, I'll have a walkie-talkie and a headset. I mean, I'll be ready. I'll run out like a prank show. I'll be like punked. So if we confirm oh yes, this is a ghost, and it seems to be somebody named, what's her name? Millipede. I said if you disrespect her again, I would kill everybody in here, and I will do it. And you're brandishing a knife now. Yeah, that's a new one I've been working on. To kind of Crocodile Dundee. That's not a knife. This is a knife. People seem to be more scared of that than the vest. Well, I mean, you got to keep in mind that you are former President George W. Bush. So, I mean,
people are having a lot to process when you do any of this. So they probably most people do think it's a goof. And that you're more insane than they initially thought. It's the same thing that when you were trying to get on Impractical Jokers. Like, people know who you are. So every time you do it, it's literally never working. They think it's some sort of, you're on some show or you're doing some bit. It's probably not worked, even come close to working once. It's not true. I brandished my weapon to a little girl who's making meanie faces at me. I said, I bet you won't do that anymore. I lifted up my shirt and showed her the knife, and she ran, crying. Pussy. Okay. So you flashed a knife to a little girl who was just making fun faces? Hey, I take meanie faces very seriously. I mean, you might as well. And then she started doing the monkey cheeks, blow the air up in the cheeks and hold the ear out. Doing the Barack Obama. Dude, W. I mean, just saying that looks like Barack Obama. I'm not saying anything about what kind of animal it is and how it's similar. I'm saying that factually looks like Barack Obama. It's exactly what somebody born in Kenya would look like. All right, dude. All right, we'll talk off air. We don't want to air out our family business. I'm about to air out your whole family. And I mean business. Okay, now he's brandishing a gun. What kind of gun is that? It's a duck hunt gun I painted. Used to be specifically for just duck hunt, but yeah. Laura wouldn't let me carry a live weapon. Yeah, that's smart. Speaking of Alec Baldwining somebody, you'll Dick Cheney. I don't know. You might fucking Dylan Klebold somebody. I don't know what you're capable of. Hey, Colin Binder. Remember when you were talking about binders earlier? Connect that. Colin Binder. Yeah, we'll count it. Get ready for the pun off. The great pun. Punkle. That's what they call. Did you see where they're calling gay uncles gunkles? And all the gay guys are pissed. Yeah, I'd be pretty pissed too. That's a terrible combo there. That sucks. Well, yeah, well, they're, excuse me. They're calling pun people who are uncles and that like puns. They're punkles. Is that what they're saying? Yeah. What else are they calling pun people? Pun Break My Heart. If you're Tony Braxton, you know her hit song Unbreak My Heart? Well, it's Pun Break My Heart because it's puns. Pretty good. Punisher. Same exact name. Same cool skull logo. But instead, talking puns, talking words, wordplay. Batman. I've done this before, but it's just a man with a bat. Baseball bat. Okay. Spider-Man. It's just a guy who really loves spiders and that people in the neighborhood are keeping a watchful eye on. Okay. I'm just going to go through all the superheroes. Thanos. Shout out to Thanos Papapacilio. That's my boy. No, that's my boy. That's who I grew up with. Yeah, well, you're not Greek. I used to see him because the Macedonian and Greeks were in the same circle. So I used to go to the Orthodox Greek fest, and I was in his big fat Greek wedding. You were okay, dude. All right, nice job stretching it to 45 minutes. Apologize to the listeners for this absolutely racist, lackluster episode. They all can't be home runs. Don't do sometimes they're bunting foul with 2 strikes. I hate when you do that. Sometimes it's sometimes the game's called because 9/11 happened. A second 9/11. Where W taking flying lessons. Goodbye. Allah Akbar. No, don't do the turkey. You know, we're not making the turkey noise. In fact, that's not even accurate. That's what the women in culture do. They make that noise. So it's not even. So you're being racist. You'd be racist and wrong, and also, well, I guess you'd be gender progressive if you were going to do that noise. But it would be nobody wants to hear it. Gobble gobble gobble. I'm a regular turkey. Just a regular turkey. Okay. Way to save it. Allahu Akbar. I'm a terrorist turkey. I blew everybody up. Thanksgiving's ruined. Okay. Hopefully this bit will be over by the time the next episode's recorded, because this one, well, your life will be over, because Allahu Akbar. Well, you're not doing anything. Oh, I'm about to turn the light switch. Is connected to a bunch of volts, and you're about to get shocked, electrocuted. It's a new movie called Electrocutie, except it's not about pedophiles or whatever. It's about you dying. All right, Allah Akbar. Are you attacking? We will have to wait and see. Julio, check the bottom. Check the car for explosives. I'm sorry I have to do this, but I'm gonna have to call the terrorism counter task force on you. I'm a former president. You can't be saying things like that. So, expect to be taken away to a dark place for a while and talked to. So, well played. Allah Akbar. You're listening to the Webcast of Mass Discussion. This is W, along with Pastor McClellan. We discuss life, love, the lack thereof, fun little antics, little goofing, goofs, other stuff. And I forgot what my script's supposed to. What do I say here? Just intro the show and move on. You don't have to say anything else. You don't have to do the whole thing where you pretend like people are coming into your house and you're being a good host, because that's really annoying. Okay, fine. Webcast of Mass Discussion. Don't come on in or kick your shoes off or put your coat up or anything fun like that. Just listen in your car or at your cubicle. Not in my cozy sitting room with a fire going and all your friends and a nice cocktail and some good snacks, charcuterie board or whatever. Whatever your cold, still environment you're listening in, make sure it's that. Perfect, W. That's perfect. Moron. Yeah, I've got more on my comfy place to listen. Come on in. Stay a while. No, everybody needs to bow their head. Jeff, bow your head. W, we're not doing a pagan prayer. You're not a pagan. This is everybody bow your head. You better not look in the eye of the mother and all of the litany of other deities. They're all surrounding us. Oh, great goddess, bless this day. Keep me safe and whole. Oh, great goddess, bless my path. Help me to act on the wisdom. Oh, great goddess, bless my family, all life on this earth. Oh, goddess mother, you are the mystery of the night. Your radiant shine is the day. Infinite realms cascade within you. Abundance is your essence of being. Blessings flow from you limitlessly. Your universe is harmony, and tension is balance. Within each of us, you are alive. And I don't think I'm supposed to say amen on these. I don't fucking. Sorry. Did you just cuss it when I'm trying to talk to the Mother Goddess? Mother Goddess, I'll tell on you. We're almost done here. Hefe, keep that head down. Don't be sacrilegious. This is a peaceful time. You are the cauldron of wisdom, from which inspiration flows. You are the broad earth, which gives birth to all life. You are the circling moon, ruling the tides of oceans and women. You are the endless night sky, filled with numberless stars. You are a grove of birch trees, shining in the forest deeps. You are the mother of us all, and we look to you in wonder and awe. Oh, that rhymed. I like that. Hell yeah. What the fuck is this? We gotta pray to Ra real quick. We're not praying to Ra real quick. Hail to thee, Amun-Ra, Lord of the thrones of the earth, which the oldest existence, ancient of heaven, support of all things, chief of the gods, Lord of truth, father of the gods, maker of men, and beasts and herbs, maker of all things, deliverer of the sufferer and oppressed, judge of the poor. Hey, you really shouldn't judge the poor. You probably shouldn't talk trash to Ra in the middle of his prayer. True. Ra, my bad. Thou art the one, maker of all that is. The one, the only one, maker of God. Dude, you sound like... Stop this. You sound like you fucking Vigo. I actually have a cousin from Carpathia. You don't have a cousin from Carpathia? Yeah. Yeah, his name's actually Vigo. I know. W, we talked about the lying. And when it's blatant and like that, it's just disrespectful. Like, I mean, that is funny that you would just immediately say that your cousin from Carpathia is named Vigo. Yeah, he had a nickname too. What was his nickname? The Scourge of Carpathia. The Sorrow of Moldavia. Yeah. Yeah, he was a Prince of Pain. He was always just actually very similar to Vigo. He always was sitting on a throne of skulls and blood in a river of kingdom of pain or whatever. So yeah, Vigo was sick as hell. So what happened to your cousin Vigo? Oh, he's good. He lives in Long Island. Has a little pizza place. He's been trying to go viral and get that Barstool guy over there. You know the Barstool guy that eats the pizza? Yes. I know the Barstool guy that eats the pizza. Yeah, well, Vigo's trying to get him over to his spot and try one of his famous pies. His famous pies? Yeah, from that throne of blood and pain and castle of pain or whatever. Yeah, it really led him to an enlightening and miracle type situation in the kitchen, and now he's saved, and that's how I became pagan. W, this is such. I mean, wow. You're not pagan. I was impressive that you were able to. Were you reading off? Did you have like somebody did Julio bring in a teleprompter? How did you memorize those? I just have Mother Goddess in spirit within me and surrounding me at all times. No, I would like to know how you pulled that off, because that I will say that was impressive. Except the only thing I would say is that Ra is going to be none too pleased that you let me interrupt his prayer and how disrespectful you were. You didn't even... Yeah, you're right. I didn't even get to bless all the creatures from every land and the depths of the sea. And yeah, you're right. He's going to be pissed that I didn't talk about the sleepless when all others sleep and the adoration to thee. Yeah, I don't know what that means. Yes, it's part of the raw prairies, and you wouldn't know anything about that. Yeah, you're right. I didn't even get a chance. I skipped over offering too. What were you going to offer? Hey, just a simple thanks. Sometimes that's all you got to do. These deities will help you celebrate your meat. Celebrate your meat. Yeah, it's one of the offerings. It's called celebrating meat. Hail, hail! The hunt is ended, and meat is on the table. We honor the deer who feeds us tonight. May his spirit live within us. And you're supposed to change it to whatever animal. So, all right. We honor the Chick-fil-A. Well, it's gonna be chicken. We honor the chicken. We honor chickens. For my delicious chicken sandwich, no pickles. And waffle fries. What kind of animal's a waffle fry? I think that might be an octopus or eel, maybe. Yeah, I think it's eel. Yeah, those eel. I hate them as animals, but they are delicious.
W, it's a potato. It's a French fry.
Oh, yeah. There's something. I told you the shapes. I thought I had a grasp of my shapes, but those waffle fries, I'm just like, is that a fry? What is it a tic-tac-toe board? What is it? Is it a waffle? I tried putting syrup on it, and I was like, oh, Laura yelled at me, slapped my hand, and reprimanded me. And I got in trouble in Chick-fil-A. And I said, it'd be my pleasure to tell you to shut the hell up, Laura. And then everybody looked at me, and then I started blushing. And then,
You know what happened after that?
yeah, a few months of silent treatment, and I had to sleep in the garage again.
You got to sleep in the garage again. Told you that that is abuse.
What would you say about a fuse? A fuse? Gary Busey? Gary Busey? Where's Gary? That's my dog.
Yeah, I remember last episode when you said the end is nigh. It might be. You can't hear. You're back to sleeping in the garage. You're a pagan. Yeah, that's pretty much what happens. Yeah, honestly, your life's gonna really be cut short because you didn't pay your respect to Osiris and the rest of the Egyptian deities. I mean, what? And then what is ISIS gonna think about this?
You talking about the goddess or the group?
Well, both. What do you think? Both. What is?
Well, yeah, the group's not like anything I'm doing. I'm not their favorite hombre, if you catch my drift.
They should like you. You really helped them out. You really gave them a jump start that they needed. You were kind of a founding father.
Yeah, you're right. I kind of am.
Yeah, they should have those like big portraits of Saddam. They should have, and statues. They should have a bunch of those of you, and then they can topple you, and you can come out of a cave and look like an idiot.
Well, at least I'd be in charge. Something you wouldn't know anything about. That would be my second post. Well, third, I mean, you had Texas. I had the Texas Rangers.
The Texas Rangers don't count as anything.
Okay, yeah, all right. I had the state of Texas, which is technically a country. I learned that at Six Flags. I wanted to watch that old guy dance. Remember Six Flags?
Yes, Six Flags still exists.
Yeah. You know what I called it when
What? No, I do know what you call it.
Six Fags.
W.
I was talking about cigarettes. I'm British. Oi, bruv. Oi, I'm talking about cigarettes in it. It's me. I'm British, mate. Oi. Me fish is slimmery. And me chips are rancid. Where's the queen for my... I need more me fish in me belly.
Okay, W.
All right, yeah, my bad.
No, no more slurs on this episode?
I can't promise that. I think a couple of my pagan evocations have some slurs in it.
Why would they have slurs in it?
Pagans can be hateful.
I don't think that's true. It's all about... I thought it was all about being like lords of warmth and keeper of the greens and size, and like there's like tree fairies or whatever.
Is that just a gay guy in the forest?
See, you're being hateful again. It's Pride Month.
All my best jokes always happen in Pride Month, and it makes me look like a fool.
I wonder
how do you think ISIS... Well, ISIS would throw anybody gay off a roof.
No, I'm talking about the goddess.
Oh, she'd probably get it on with them. I think she was a horny lady.
The great goddess Isis is a horny lady. The lady of the stars. The giver of life. You're calling her a whore? Yeah, Ra, you better come get your boy.
Ra, don't come get your... Ra, Better rod. Ra. You have the right to remain silent. What are you Mirandizing yourself? Please don't bring up Sex and the City around me. Miranda really was just a wet blanket, wasn't she? And that Carrie, people act like she was like the protagonist. No, I don't think so. She was a chaos. She was a narcissist. She was abusive. She was selfish. She was manipulative. Ruined that sweetheart Aiden. Aiden's down there building furniture. He's like, hey, you want an apothecary table? Here's a... Oh, you like that place, Restoration Hardware or West Elm? Yeah, I can build all those very easily. Here's some end tables. Yeah, here's a very rustic but modern still coffee table. Yeah, here's some built-in cabinets. It's me, Aiden. No, I don't need much. In fact, you can walk all over me for just... Oh, you've invited your ex-boyfriend to come get drunk on my land for no reason? The guy you cheated on me with? Yeah, Carrie's got to go. And then there was that, who's that, the old slut that's just always, she's so retarded that all she can make is dick jokes. So, I mean, Lord forbid somebody says come or go around her. She's like, yeah, I can go for some sex. What time are y'all going to come? Oh, I'm going to come multiple times later on with my questionable, my barely legal boy toy. Because I can only speak in dick jokes. And then there's that Puritan, and God knows what she's up to. But she's hot as hell, though. She's always wearing those outfits. The W. I think Raw would be very upset about all of that as well. I'm a big Sex and the City hound. I'm a Sex and the City kitty. That's what they call fans of the show. The Sex and the City kitties. Nobody's ever said that. All right, I did make that one up, but it did rhyme at least. It did have a nice flow to it. Yeah, it did have a nice flow to it. Anyway, yeah, so I'm pagan, and you're not gonna put that on. You're not gonna seriously put that on your head, are you? He's got like a crown of like a thorn type weird yellow. Sorry, my allergies are bad. So I've got some drainage. So my apologies for that. But it won't stop me from ridiculing the Yellow King over here. Fucking Carcosa over here. Hey, you better watch out. You'll get a pedophile sneak up on you. You have Matthew McConaughey saying, all right, in a storage unit in no time. Yeah, that's the show True Detective. Yeah, but Carcosa, there's nothing false about that. That is true. It's very scary. Those are the kind of religions that really scare me. I mean, that's literally what paganism is. That's you're Carcosa. You're the Yellow King. No, the Yellow King's Asian. W. Oh, do you think his name's actually Law, and it's just an Asian guy said it and it's Ra? It's a W. What the fuck, dude? No, I don't. All right, just asking. Who's the Yellow King? That's Carcosa, which is paganism. You know what? I'd rather free. I'm pagan. I'm more of a freegan. You're a freeloader. What are you taking from that? You expecting government handouts? No, I'd never. No way. Absolutely not. It was just a fun joke because it's pay. So it's like I'm a big refund again. Yeah, good, pretty good. The freaking was a better joke. Yeah, well, I'm freaking tired of you fucking giving me lip. Yes, I'm a pagan. Yes, I'm going to wear my Carcosa hat. Yeah, I'm a Yellow King, and I'm going to have the pedophiles have their way with you. Why do you have no pedophiles? I just assume that usually if you're a Yellow King, if you're in a position like a Yellow King, you usually get a whole army of them at your disposal. You wouldn't just have them locked away or killed? No, I have a loyal army of Got the diddler riddlers? No way. I'll have them do my bidding. Just make sure they don't get laid. Oh God, W, you're terrible, Yellow King. I'm the Hello King. You're the Hello King? Yeah. Why are you the Hello King? I like that. I like Lionel Richie and I like Adele. Hello from the other side. And then what's Lionel Richie? He's always he's a Commodore. He's a hello. Is it me or something? Man, my memory is going out. The end is nigh. Yeah, hope Raw shows up and puts you out of your misery. Yeah, I'd be very grateful for such a transcendent experience. That would be a blessing. All right, Hello King. So I mean, what's the point of that? The thorn crown. Are you looking at it? It's sick as hell. Who even made that? Yeah, that's a good question. It kind of showed up, kind of like one of those, like the Blair Witch stuff. Yeah, you probably shouldn't have touched that. I don't think. Yeah, anytime that you get some of those tree witches with their stick stuff, yeah, that might be very dangerous. Well, the Hello King says goodbye to danger. It says hello to safety. Pedophiles, get ready. Be on alert. Who are you talking to? I'm just practicing. They should be at my disposal though. Can we get them pedophiles some walkie-talkies? I don't know if there are pedophiles. There's got to be. There needs to be a smoother transition of power. Yeah, what are you gonna get? You're gonna get sworn in on your tree stump? Actually, yeah, that's exactly what happens. I've got to meet the Cosmic Mother and suckle from thy breast of everlasting light or something like that. Is that true? So you a very old man is going to suck on a cosmic breast? You're goddamn right. Space tits, you kidding me? I've waited my whole life for this. And Laura can't say anything either because I'm going to get... Hello King won't allow it. You hear that, Laura? I'll suck all the space tits I want. Eat some Mars muff. Well, I don't think there's anything about Mars muff. Give some alien gash. Dude, W. Laura can be upset about this. That's just so disrespectful. I'm the Hello King. And I don't got anything clever to say. I would have said something, a cool nickname, but I froze. Yeah, this pagan life is really it's really got me in shape. I could feel my abs. What do you mean you can feel your abs? Well, I just say if I clench they're there. All right. Yeah, I'm really excited about this army of pedophiles for some reason. Why? Because I can be like, hey, pedophiles, get him. And then they descend upon thee. Surround you like hyenas. Like child porn loving hyenas. Just howling in the night. They got terabytes of CP, and they're howling and they're biting you and they're hyenas as well. So yeah, it's a pretty terrifying creature. Yeah, you telling me? Yeah, they'd really be. It'd be such a good thing if they weren't just so horny for sex with children. Yeah, that would help. Yeah, because if you're checking all the boxes before you get to that, it's like, oh man, I kind of liked them. And then that really instantly really ruins the whole list. Yeah, that's happened to you before. What are you talking about? Well, if I recall, you were pretty pumped on Hitler until you finally learned about the Holocaust. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, he did. He did captivate me a little bit. I just liked how he was just. I liked how he was just on drugs screaming. I thought it was hilarious. That was pretty much all it was. And he had German shepherds. That's about it. I couldn't understand. I couldn't understand. He was just screaming. I wonder if a privilege of being a Yellow King, if I get to talk to the deceased.
Well, if that even was the case, which it's obviously not, because that's not possible, you would want to talk to Hitler?
I don't know. Let's just maybe just get his side of it.
W. I mean, that's definitely something a Yellow King would probably be interested in doing.
I mean, not obviously he's bad. He's not. Honestly, he's quite the rascal. So Hitler, he's at it again. Oh no. I'd be like, hey Dolphy, come here. I'm the Yellow King. You hear me? You can't be eradicating entire groups of people. And you can't do drugs and try to Holocaust people. Hey, Dolphy, come here. Look at me in the eye. Shave that mustache. Stand up straight. You're not. I'm the new Yellow King. You can't Holocaust even if you're in the afterlife. You better be inclusive. But keep up with that art. I see some talent there, and there's something definitely. Just stick with it.
I'm glad that you helped the hypothetical situation of you talking to the ghost of Hitler and shaping him up.
See how stern I was with him? Like you're not gonna come into the spirit world and the spirit realm and start holocausting. Hitler. Yeah, call him Dolphy.
It sounds like you're pretty close with him.
No. It's a tactic I use to make people think I'm close with them. Like, oh, I got a nickname. We're cool. Then I'm like, I'm the Yellow King, buddy. You better stop holocausting. Hey, Hey, look at me. Look at me in the eye. You trying to eradicate an entire group of people? And is that group of people the Jews? Did you tell your population that they slept upside down like bats? Hey, Dolphy, look at me. Did you say they gather coins like goblins? That was you. I thought so. It's not gonna fly around here, buddy. Jews rule. They got those little twisty things on their hair, and they're cool as hell. I mean, usually the worst thing about them is just usually they're whining to their mother, and their mother is about a stomachache or something. They're too sensitive to milk or something. And that's who you're trying to get rid of? Pathetic, Dolphy. Going to the war with the world. Trying to talk to the devil. Well, you met him. It's me, the Yellow King, and we're gonna get you into shape. Having you respecting people. Get back to painting. This is what Lord did with me, and it worked. I had to paint thousands and upon thousands of dead United States soldiers that were killed in the Middle East as my penance. Now it's your turn, Dolphy. Paint me something. You can go dark if you go Goya with it. Whatever inspiration takes you. No, you can't paint a Holocaust. Get a new canvas. Get him a new canvas. No swastikas either. I know it's cool as hell. Dolphy, I know. Look, between you and me, as the Yellow King, I'm trying to get it reinstated, but not as a Nazi thing, like something else different.
W, I'm right here, number one, and this is not a real conversation that's happening. You're not really talking to him. You're daydreaming out loud again.
Yeah, that's always embarrassing when that happens, huh?
Yeah, it's pretty embarrassing that you're talking to the ghost of Hitler, trying to get him to stop painting the Holocaust in the afterlife.
Hey, at least I'm got him in the right direction. Maybe that'll reach him. Maybe I'm like one of those Hollywood mediums. It's part of my powers here as a Yellow King. And one thing they don't tell you is that this crown of thorns has thorns on it and it pokes you.
Well, yeah, it has thorns on it.
Looks pretty sick as hell, though, huh?
Yeah, it does look pretty sick as hell. I will give you that. I mean, you still look as ridiculous as possible in a polo shirt and a clearly Blair Witch cursed, some sort of... Yeah, there's no way that's for you to put on your head, or that'll backfire for sure. Excuse me, everybody bow your heads. I know this is annoying. It's different from what we're used to, but things are gonna change around here with the Yellow King in charge. Patrick, you're gonna particularly not like this very much. Well, and why is that? This is a prayer to Anubis. Anubis, mighty Anubis. The Yellow King has entered the gates to your realm, and we ask that you deem him worthy. His spirit is a brave one, and his soul is an honorable one. Anubis, mighty Anubis. As you take his measure and weigh his heart as he stands before you, know that he was loved by many. Oh, you could do this prayer for Hitler. Yeah, I think I will, actually. Hey, Anubis, we're starting over. Hey, you jackal-headed idiot, come here. Yeah, Anubis isn't going to like that. Yeah, well, he's a dog, so he's the head of a dog, so he's going to have to listen. Sit, Anubis, sit. Mighty Anubis. Hitler is a... Yeah, you can't do it. Hitler has entered the gates to your realm. We ask that you deem him worthy. His spirit is a brave one, and his soul is it's not quite honorable, but he's trying to get there. Anubis, mighty Anubis, as you take his measure and weigh his heart as he stands before you, know that he was loved by many, hated by much, much more, and will be remembered by all. Yeah, that's the truth. Anubis, welcome Hitler, and deem him worthy of entrance, that he may walk through your realm and be under your protection for all eternity. Anubis, mighty Anubis, watch over Hitler as he bows before you. Hitler, you better bow. Yeah, I know he's got the head of a dog. Yeah, he never has a shirt on. Yeah, welcome to his realm. That's where you got to go now. Remember, and you better not try to Holocaust there either. Anubis, don't let him Holocaust anything. You want a treat? Why do you always try to give Anubis a treat? He's a dog. He has the head of a dog. Why wouldn't I? All right, fair enough. Well, okay, yeah, that did greatly upset me that you just prayed to Anubis to give Hitler a pass into Anubis's realm. I said no Holocausts. Because, I mean, from what I've gathered, wherever he goes, he's hell-bent on trying to do another Holocaust. Yeah, I guess. He's Hitler. He's pretty bad. We all know he's bad. You know he's bad. He's bad. He's Hitler. Is that a good song? No, it was not. All right. I'm the Yellow King. You gotta respect me. Well, you're not the Yellow King. I called you that as a joke. You're not. It's not a real title, but you've somehow run with it. Yeah, it's a fake thing on a HBO show. You're not. You don't have any power. You don't have a title. You're wearing some cursed witch thing that they made out of sticks. It might just be intertwined sticks from the storm the other night, and it just happened to be look like a crown. It's just a bunch of sticks, and it's nothing at all. But the Yellow King holds literally no power whatsoever. Pedophiles, get him. When my pedophiles sick you, you're gonna rue the day. You always say I'm gonna rue the day. Rob, will you take this Yellow King away from me? Goddess Isis, and also the terrorist group ISIS. May you take the Yellow King, a.k.a. Dubs. Hey, don't call me that. It's disrespectful. All you could say was that your name was Dubs and it was spelled with a Z. And now that I call you that, and ever since I got a taste of the throne, now I want to play the Game of Thrones. Somebody tell that midget I want to make a deal. W, fuck, man. Yeah, the little tiny one that has a weird accent that it doesn't sound like it's from anywhere, and it really bothers me. It's like, where's that accent from? I hate it. Well, that sounds like you're... No, I'm not even going to say it. Oh, man. All right, we're going to take our first break. I need one. You're wearing me out this episode. My allergies are killing me. And you've definitely invoked some sort of curse from all of your prayers to random deities. You should probably open some sort of spiritual portal, and it's gonna be just a mess to deal with. Or Hitler's trying to Holocaust the spirits in my realm or something. There's no telling, but yeah, fix it, Yellow King.
Do my best. First, I'm gonna try to take a nap.
We don't have much time. We got to knock the rest of this episode out.
We can make it a two-parter. Because I think I got to do some more of my pagan rituals as well.
What kind of pagan rituals do you need to do?
I mean, there's a ton of them. It just depends what, it just depends. Yeah, I mean, contemporary pagan rituals are typically geared towards facilitating altered states of awareness or shifted mindsets, you know? In order to induce such altered states of consciousness, pagans usually utilize elements of drumming, visualization, chanting, singing, dancing, meditation, some sort of elixir.
I think what you're doing is very evil.
Well, I'll tell you this. I'll tell you a very spooky tale. I was once inside an ancient pagan ritual that makes men become monsters. A mysterious ancient tradition takes place each year in Mamoiada, a small village tucked into the middle of the wild and mountainous Sardinia. On the day of St. Anthony, the saint protector of animals and fire, the men of the village transform to become mamotons and isohadores, complementing one another like yin and yang. Mamatones echo the darkness, while isohadores rope in the light. Bonfires roar across not only the village, but all of Sardinia, in observance of the holiday. It's one of the most popular festival days in the country. So this is meant to banish the cold chill of winter in exchange for the sweeter invitation of spring. It is on that day that the villagers of Mamoiada share their uniquely haunting procession of song, dance, and solemnity.
You can't say that?
Solemnity. Solemnity. I'm moving on. The stars of the show, the Mamotones, represent the inhabitants of the kingdom of the dead, as well as the shepherd's strong connection between man and the beasts. They don anthropomorphic, grotesque masks created by the local artisans. Usually they're accentuated by jutting features and slick black paint. Yeah. Heavy copper cowbells sewn onto the thick straps and leather hang tightly.
How are you reading this? Do you have a teleprompter? I'm trying to. I really do want answers. How are you? You're reading this. You don't. This is not a story that you know, and you've never spoke that well in your life. So I know there's no way. Did you get the chip? And do you have like the thing on your eyes? Do you have a guy from that one Christmas movie with that scumbag that is in love with his best friend's girl?
Oh yeah, I hate that guy. The guy with the signs? Yeah, what a dickhead. Now I was in the middle of my scary tale, and now you've upset me.
I can't even think of the name of that stupid ass movie.
Yeah, it's one that's like 12 Days of Christmas or something.
Yeah, it's 12 Days. No, it's Love Actually.
Well, actually, hate is what I'm out after.
Yeah, I can see that with your scary monster tail and your anthropomorphic masks.
Thin hoods of fabric drape over their heads. Darkly colored sheep pelts hide their shoulders, backs, and torsos. Now, in contrast, the isohadores parade around in red tunics, black bandoliers, a bell-adorned sash hanging across their bodies, looking pretty sexy. I don't know if that's the case. Now, the procession typically begins in front of the largest church in the village, and led by an asohadore, 12 mamatones begin their solemn, rhythmic pace forward, lurching. You rang. You rang. Yeah, it's still a decent lurch. You can do one impression. I told you. Now, these guys, they don't pay the public any attention while they're doing this. Because the lively isohadores, they're usually twirling thin reed ropes and see, they'll catch young women in the crowd. Okay, and they do this until all of the bonfires are out. And that's pretty much it. I thought they turned into some sort of monsters. Oh no, it's all yeah. It's a metaphor. They don't really do it. You idiot. You thought that was they thought that was real? God, you're so stupid. You know what? I'm gonna have to call Wiro, who's the evil god of Maori mythology, Rangi and Papa. Get Lilith maybe in here. Maybe Apophis. I'm a big Apophis hound. You Apophis? Yeah, that's the evil god of chaos. Pretty sick name. Might get Lamash 2 up in here. Maybe get Lamash 3 of them. I don't know, 2 or 3. But yeah, Apophis. But if you like chaos, then you're gonna like Apophis. Why? I hate chaos. So I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna like Apophis. Pop this pussy. W. You're being nasty this episode. So who's the first one you said? Oh, you're talking about Wiro? Sounds like a magician's name. Yeah, but that's not funny. You shouldn't. Wiro is pretty much the embodiment of darkness and evil. So yeah, I'd tread lightly if you're gonna disparage his name. Yeah, people always get his mixed up. They think evil god Wiro. He gets confused with a hero who has the same name because there's a Wiro the Voyager. It's like, nope, sorry, I'm the bad one. I'm the evil one. Oh yeah, let's get Hitler back in here and learn about Lilith, the female demon of Jewish folklore. It's a Jew demon. That's not what it. She's not a Jew demon. She's just from Jewish folklore. Idiot. Oh. Yeah, she doesn't. She does not be a real big fan of men. Yeah, there's a bunch of Liliths on TikTok every day making toxic videos. Okay, W. Why don't you start making? Maybe the Yellow King needs to have a new TikTok page. Yeah, maybe the Yellow King does. I might have to do that. Learn some dances. Yeah, the Yellow King's gonna learn some dances, spread some chaos. All right, let's wrap this up. You need to pray to Apophis before we get out of here? Yeah, I will. The sky's cloudy, but the earth is dried. Everyone dies through famine on this sandbank of Apophis. Hell yeah. Apophis. One without its eyes is this snake. Without its nose and without its ears, it breathes its screaming. It lives on its own shouting. Oh, that's scary as hell. That's from the Book of the Gates. That's some scary passages right there. Apophis don't play. He was perhaps the only Egyptian god to be all-powerful. And he had a full army of demons. It's kind of like you with the pedophiles. You're kind of the Apophis of the, instead of demons, you get pedophiles. Who are too horny to even function. Yeah, we got to figure out how to channel that for W. No, we're not channeling pedophiles' horniness for. Never mind. But see, you were talking about, you all was hyping up Ra, but I'm pretty sure isn't Apophis the arch enemy of Ra?
And every time Ra tried to sail on his barge to the underworld, Apophis would try to attack him. Yeah, I told you, he's all about chaos. He's bad. He's a bad hombre. You know what he is? A pretty sick nickname. He's the Eater of Souls. Because he likes to feed on both the living and the dead. So this prompted the need for spells to be buried with the deceased. You had to protect him, because if you forgot to do that prayer, then, guess who's... It's lunchtime for Apophis. He's snacking. Apophis and his demons just ready to munch on all the dead. So yeah, shout to... No, you're not shouting on Apophis. I need to get me an amulet. Yeah, you do need an amulet. But first, we need to maybe get some sage and get that your cursed witch thing that was clearly put there to either clearly curse you, or you shouldn't have touched it and disturbed it from where it was. Yeah, I got a pounding headache, and does this crown look like it's starting to glow? I have a reddish hue a little bit. Actually, yeah, it kind of does. Is it hot? Yeah, it's hot as hell, literally. Yeah, it's not good. Yeah, I'm gonna start listening to you about these witch things. I should have thought of that. I'm so excited to be the Yellow King, I couldn't really think about anything else.